Hello and welcome to another episode of Citadel Guard Adventures. This is Beriathan of the Citadel Guard of Gondor. We're back in the Urium Foothold where we left. We need to talk to Thurindol back in Taladurui, but we also need to talk to Mithrandir for the Black Book of Mordor, now that we have explored Lingris and Taladurui, and that's what we are gonna do first. However, last time when we hit level 115 I forgot to check in here the new encounters that we have unlocked, which is basically just the Mordor instances, the Plateau of Gorgoroth, the Dungeons of Nirband, Court of Seregast. We need to discover the entrance to Court of Seregast, of course, and the Abyss of Mordath. We also need to discover the entrance for that as well. We have already been there, but we were not high level enough to be able to trigger that did. At some point we might get a group to run Abyss. For now it's not a priority, but I guess it would be nice if we can discover the entrance to it. However, for the time being, let us focus on talking to Mithrandir and advancing the Black Book of Mordor. We still have one more area in Mordor left to explore. And, well, we'll see how it goes after that. Gotta say, I'm really excited for what we've achieved so far.
Your adventures in Lingris and Taladurui raise further questions.
Your adventures in Lingris and Taladurui have proven most informative, but they raise further questions. Why would the Gashai pledge to support Ugrukor? What has become of Barangas following the defeat of Sauron? And to what end does Urudani walk the land once again so changed? These questions must wait. I have heard worrisome tidings from Agarnaith, the Bloody Gore. You have gone there, but those who have returned speak of a dangerous and growing threat.
Some vile work is being conducted in Agarnaith.
Some vile work is being conducted in Agarnaith, and we must learn what it signifies for Gondor and for Middle-earth. I find it curious that our well-informed Easterling has not spoken of Agarnaith to us. Does he keep the secrets of that land with the hope of blinding us to the threat it poses? I do not like his silence on this matter. You must go to Agarnaith and learn what transpires within, but do not go alone. I believe you should bring Ayorzen with you and find out what he knows about the Bloody Gore.
You have not sought my help in some time.
You have not sought my help in some time, Beriathan. I was beginning to think you had fallen into a hole, or blundered into a fire lake, or forgotten the way back here. What is it you want? You tell Ayorzen that you need his help on the next leg of your journey, and ask him to accompany you to Agarnaith. A sudden look of panic crosses his face, but it passes just as quickly. When next he speaks, his voice is loud and confident, and no sign of his seeming fright remains. I have come to a decision, my friend. I will be happy to accept your previous and very generous offer of a place in Gondor. Your forgiveness and acceptance of Ayorzen the Changed will become a thing of legend, Beriathan, and will be spoken of for centuries, an example of all. I will let the wagon driver know. Sadly, I will be unable to accompany you to the Bloody Gore. Perhaps another time. There you have it. We need to gain entrance to Agarnaith from the north, that is through Doramarth, or from the south, that is through Taladurui. And I think it flows better if we cross from Taladurui to the south, as that will lead us right next to the next hub of sorts. But the advantage, if we decided to go from the north, is that we will be really close to Mordath and to that discovery. And even though that's very convenient, I still think it's not good enough in comparison to coming to Agarnaith from Taladurui. So no. But before we go to Agarnaith, we need to actually find Thurindol back at Makashtu, finish this quest with him, and as we make our way to Agarnaith, that will also give us the chance of doing the other two landscape quests that we missed in Taladurui. So yeah, any way you look at it, it's just better going back to Taladurui. That's what we're gonna do. Okay, back here. Thorindol.
Let us not tarry.
You described the main structures encountered to Thorindol. I feared as much. This rockmole known as Varangas appears to have a total control over this realm. While he seems content on ignoring us at the present moment, it will not be long before he looks in the direction of Gondor. For that day, we will need to be ready. Yeah, hopefully we will. I have received word that Rhadrog will be joining Faeron of the Grey Company. They have been assigned to Agarnaith, the horrid swamp on the other side of the mountain. When your work is finished here, you may wish to go and lend them a hand. They have set up camp on the edge of the bog, north of here. Alright, we have the Vector. We can go now. But... well, let us first ash this that we have. And now... We'll go, but we also need to grab those two missing side quests. You know what? Would be easier as well too if we used the milestone for Taladurui. That will save us a long journey. All right. Now let me see if I can find once again the way back to the road. Yeah, we have to Shadow of Mordor. So I guess we gotta be careful with our poles. Jump. We're really close to one of those locations for the quests. She's right over here. No! Gotta avoid this salamander. Alright, there we go. You discover some Gashkai who devote their time praying to the Gashgurm. Taladurui will only be safe once they are defeated. Now, yeah, if you enter in here, you start getting a 20 morale every 2 seconds. So it seems like a lot. What we need to do then is switch to assailment. And go back. I truly don't know of any other way of doing this. We need to defeat 10 Gashkai? This is gonna take a while because this debuffs, that fire debuff is brutal. Thank God. How else are you supposed to do this? If you don't have a range, or if your class doesn't have a lot of range capabilities. I'm thinking, for example, Captain. And possibly guards and champs. How do you do this? How do you do this? Truly, this is too far. Wow, take a look at that. It was harsh. It was a whole lot of punishing. No. We're still missing 4 more of these guys. So I think we need to wait for them to respawn. Ah, there are more. There are more of them around other places of the Gash Gorm, so maybe we can find some of those. Oh no. Yeah, not having light of Arendil. Is hurting us very bad. And I did check the barter in the Udun foothold, but it seems I was wrong. The barter in the Udun foothold does not provide gear. For that you need to do the allegiance quests. And I don't remember if those allegiance tokens are bound on acquire or bound on account. If they are bound on account, we might be able to grab some. But if they are bound on acquire, then that means we are out of luck. For the time being, now that we're back on the road, we can ride to the location of the other quest, which happens to be very close to the other shore where you can also find some of this devoted. This is a level 113 quest. But once again, I'm not sure how can you do that on level. You don't have good range. This quest, for example, would be a great place to have one of the new traceries that will come with the AI revamp that will increase the range of some of your skills, as that gives you more of a leeway to do what you need to do. Oh, come on. Yeah, thank you. Where am I supposed to go? For what I'm looking for? Where's that supposed to be? Ah, there you go. There you see it on the map now. It seems this is not the way. Oh, jeez. To find a way up. Oh. What did you do? I don't know. Wow. Again, what are you doing? You're confusing me a lot. How do I get up there? I think I see the way now. Is there truly any quest that will take you here? god. There we go. And this seems to be what? The statue of a Balrog? Seems to be, but I cannot see it too well from here. As you approach the large carven stone, a strange translucent mist starts to fill the air. The colors around you start to fade as if you're seeing a dream through someone else's eyes. The unmoving stone seems to turn towards you. As it does, the air begins to feel damp and humid. Drops of water roll around the face of the carven stone like tears down the face of a small child. Soon, everything is covered in a fine layer of cool mist. Suddenly, a string of words comes to you. Claims. Ashrong, Prulrong, Gakrong, Sagrong. Are these places that you know? It seems as if someone is speaking these thoughts to you. As you start to ponder these words, the color returns and the water vanishes. It is replaced by the expected dry, scorched earth created by the Gashgur. You believe the stone requires something of you. Yeah, you didn't say. So this one will help you on your way to some of the explorer deeds of Taladurui. In case you were not able to find the pools on your own, the reserves, then this will be how you do it. Now, we fell in here and oh my god. This is so stupid that you can fail in here and then you cannot go up. Neither can you go down. Oh my god, this is so stupid. And then you will have us come back to the watching stone, right? If you have us come back to the watching stone, yeah. Oh no. I have an idea then to make this a little bit less annoying. First, I think this should be enough time for those freaking devotees in here to have respawned. I don't know where to find more of them, so I'm not gonna bother with that. Oh, sake! No! Where did you send us? Ah, very close to where I actually wanted to go. So, okay. Okay, so what we're gonna do... Stupid fumarole. Yeah, I think this has been one of the very few cases in which we leveled up so fast that we ended up harming ourselves. Now, something else that we can technically do is unequip the Stone of the Tortoise, keep leveling, because starting at level 116, from level 116 to 120, you will get a passive skill that will grant you 20 Light of Arendil per level. Something like that. Discovered Ashrong. Okay, we hadn't discovered this one. I thought we had. So we have here the title, Dark Water. We have explored Taladurui in great detail, yeah. I know. Well, as I was saying, you get a passive skill that will grind you Light of Arendil. By the end of it, you would have a 80 light. And that basically means you don't need to worry about the Light of Arendil anymore. If your only plan, if your only intention is to explore Mordor. So here's what we're gonna do to save us some time. We're gonna continue onwards to the ranger camp here in Agarnaith. The Bloody Swamp, aptly named. So what we're gonna do is... Need Agarnaith Pathfinder? Yeah. What do we have here? We need to discover 8 locations. Not gonna worry about that. We're just gonna grab the Stable Master to Magashtu. There are a lot of pages around this camp, or maybe not a lot, but some, at least. But before we start working on the lost lore on this area, we're gonna take advantage of the fact that we are really close to where we need to be. Rhadrog and Gakrog. So we can ride to the next pool, reserve, whatever you want to call it. Come on. Move. What's the issue today? The worsted or the connection? Seems to be a connection issue? No. The friggin' worsted. That's what I don't like riding these things. Especially when you're having connection issues. You end up somewhere you have no idea. But the speed is so nice to have. There we go. That's the way I like it. Now, once again, the last pool is very close to our milestone. That's why I didn't got my milestone on the ranger camp yet. Plus the defilers, fanatics, whatever you devoted. Can we please avoid ephemerals this time? And especially can avoid that area where you get the huge debuff that will most likely kill you. Die, yeah. God. for round 2. Ah, you don't get the debuff from here? Are you for real? No, okay, now I understand how a range class, a class with no range capabilities might be able to do this. Yeah, this... If you come from this side, you have more room for maneuverability. You have diminished the number of Gashkai in Taladurui, ensuring safer travels across the region. What do we have here? This one might be good to have. Let me take a look. We have agility, vitality, might be good. We'll lose some morale, but we gain light, and right now we need light. I mean, we need so much light that I'm even thinking upgrading either the cloak or the boots. We would lose so much attack power that I'm not sure it's worth it. I would very much prefer if you would give me either a cloak or boots with offensive stats. And it doesn't matter what kind of offensive stats you give me, I will make the jump. Alright, so now we gotta cross once again through here, find our way back to the road. To be a good place to cross from. Yeah. All right. I really like those cosmetics. Sadly, when I purchased Minas Morgul, I didn't get a version with this armor. I mean, I really like how it looks, but at the time I couldn't justify the extra payment just for some cosmetics. It's a shame that, well, as of the time of this recording at least, there is no option to upgrade on the old expansions. I would love if there was an upgrade option on Wood of Three Peaks and Minas Morgul, but right now there isn't. There we go. Back to the stone now. Return to the Watching Stone. For whatever reason, not marked on the map, but thankfully I do remember where that one is. Why has this Watching Stone given us this task of cleaning the pools? I hope we get some answers. How many Watching Stones have we already found in Taladuri? Is this the third one, the fourth one? And all those quests with the Watching Stones have been very interesting. It's just that, yeah, I wish we had more information with this one. Why do you want us exactly to do all this? We have here. The carven stone does not move. There is a stillness in the air. Again, a mist envelopes you and the colors and light seems to fade. This time, the mist grows into a dense, dry fog until you can see nothing in front of you. Images start to form in the fog. You see a young child fall playing in a field of faded grasslands. She stumbles and falls into a well. Time passes and you see the girl's parents mourning over the well. Time continues to pass, more rapidly this time. The arid plains become burned. A mountain appears and bursts into flame. A vile statue is built over the well. Suddenly, everything is returned to as it was. Ash and wind blow through the lifeless terrain. Oh, that was a really interesting backstory for this. Yeah, it delivered. Fulfilled my expectations. I enjoyed this one quite a lot. And yeah, I'm gonna avoid those Puma rolls if I can help it. Don't feel like fighting them right now. Oh! Didn't you hear what I just said? I don't want to fight you. Ah, that's what I didn't want to fight you. On the positive side, we were able to spawn really close to Agarnaith. So I guess in a way you saved us some time, but God, I didn't want to do that. Okay, here we are at Agarnaith. Now what I wonder, I mean, we already seen there are some pages around the ranger camp, but are those the first pages you find when you come from the south, or will you find more pages? No more pages. So, blood-stained page. Let us get it. You found a torn page of a tome, damp and blood-stained from the marshes. Perhaps you can find other pages around Agarnaith and complete the story.
These are names, O sisters, of lands where Lyrith's great plague laid waste. Rovanion and Gondor, the remnants of Arnor, the northern kingdoms of Cardolan and Arthedain.
So with this one, we're gonna find more information about the Great Plague, and that's very interesting. There are a couple more pages here.
In the south, the Great Plague raged across Ithilien and Anorian both, and by the time all was done, had claimed the lives of paupers, knights, bread bakers, and kings. In the northern lands, between the Plague and the Witch King, toppled were kingdoms of men, their vestiges scattered and fled.
Alright. Now we can grab the milestone in this place.
We are hard-pressed in this place.
Hail Beriathan, good to see you again. Welcome to Agarnaith, possibly the deadliest place in Mordor. We have almost no knowledge of this sinister landscape, and several foolhardy adventurers have already gotten themselves killed by running in blind. The partnership of a Dunedain and an Ithilien ranger should prove more successful. If Rhadrog here can show skill in this venture, I have high expectations. I intend to do this right and discover what threats to the free peoples lurk within. Alright, you need quests of Agarnaith. We need 40.
Agarnaith, the Bloody Gore.
The Nornhot we have spoken to in Udun are terrified of this place. They mention a stronghold called Citadel, the Blood Fort, but we do not know where it is or what lies within. The secrecy around here is as thick as the fog rolling off the swamp. Rhadrog and I are about to depart on our first scouting pass and could surely use another set of eyes. Primarily, we're looking for a safe path deeper into the fog. Okay. Since this area is rich in plant life, it is almost certain animals take refuge here as well. See if you can find any and test your strength against them. Our chances of survival and successfully uncovering the swamp secrets increase as we learn more about this unusual place. You might have noticed Agarnaith has a bit more plant life than the rest of Mordor. Not only that, but it is all a bit alien. While you're exploring the mire, will you investigate the new species of vegetation you come across? We should know what we're getting into before we move into the denser swampland. Okay. And in here we have what we need for the Black Book. Linadar and Arodrog. You found the adventurers that entered Agarnaith from the southern approach.
I do not like this place.
This is a terrible place. Why did we ever come here?
Did Mithrandir send you to us?
Are you here to help us, Beriathan? Did Mithrandir send you to us? Only a wizard could know the trouble we have been in ever since we arrived, and send aid such as you in time. Raneleg planned to rejoin us soon, but he has not yet found us. Enemies lurk everywhere in the swamp, and they can ensnare you even before you know they are there. I have never seen orders such as this before, and I am no stranger to bogs unpleasant and mires malicious. If the tales I have heard of you are true, you should be able to best even the foes that stalk the swamp, Beriathan. I hope it is so. Defeat any you can, and Linadar and I will meet you further north along the road, not far from where the eastern road runs away into the swamp. Alright. Just say cheers, okay? Oh, what's that building there on the background? I don't remember, but is that Orodrin? Yeah, that's the Orodrin. Is that... No, that's not Samad Naur, but what is it? I don't know. Well, you two, Rhadrog and Faeron, say cheers. Now, we have a lot of scouting to do. And too little time to do it, it seems. Let us see what we can do today. You read Plague Slayer of Agarnaith. 1 out of 100. Spewing Mushroom. This mushroom is spewing spores into the air. Keep your distance. Yeah, you don't have to tell me twice. The Gore Crow here. Don't move. The boar. After completing your survey of the area, you conclude that the animals of Agarnaith are quite dangerous. They all seem to be infected with some sort of disease, driving them into a ravenous frenzy. You will include this note in your scouting report. When touched, these roots release a noxious liquid. Flora investigation. Okay. vine, sapling, and flower. Okay, here we have the sapling. This young tree is leaking a strange blood-colored sap. Alright, let us keep fighting some of these guys for the Black Book. Okay, should be around here. Ah, okay, yeah, the flower. The smell of the flower makes your eyes water. Alright. Back to the road, to the main road. As you head north, the foliage begins to thicken. Okay, we really should be defeating more animals as we go. Okay, back to the main road. Yeah, as you see here, forest swamp indeed. With the red colored water. Do we discover why? I don't remember. We will discover some very interesting bits of information in here. But I don't remember if any of them has anything to do with the water and its color. We'll see. The path splits here. You can continue north or head east. Let us go north for the Black Book too. Linadar made it to the meeting location, but where's the other adventurer?
We should never have come here.
We should never have come here, Beriathan. We should never have come. This place is not fit for good folk. It hates us and will strive evermore until we are slain, and the marsh will never give back our bodies. It will jealously drag us down beneath the surface and never let us go. Arodrog was slain by a terrible creature to the south, not far from here, and Raneleg is missing and nowhere to be found. I run to my shame, but shameful or not, I am still here and they are not. Can you search for Raneleg at least, and mayhap see if Arodrog survived his wound? I cannot imagine that he did, but if there is a chance that he lives, we should not abandon him. My courage is spent. What good is a man of Gondor who runs from peril? And yet there is peril all around us in this horrible swamp. So, search for Raneleg, search for Arodrog. We need to find them both. Ah, there is a blood-stained page in here too. Awesome.
Slowly, wondrously, the land changed. Trees blistered and wept, streams ran dark and then red. New things limped and anguished there. Broken veil no more. It was Agarnaith, the Bloody Gore.
Alright, it seems then we will find what happened to this place. Not through a quest, precisely, but through the Lost Lore. Which is technically a quest, but you get what I mean. The thorn on these vines are razor sharp. The flora within Agarnaith is indeed very strange and potentially hazardous. You will include this information in your scouting report when you return to the ranger camp. Okay, this is a defensive one. What a shame. Okay, who do we have here? Infected orc. Oh, not what I was hoping for. Raneleg is gone, but his sword remains, sticking straight up in the mud. When you mean Raneleg is gone... Okay, we need to keep looking. In your scouting of Agarnaith, you encounter some strange orcs. They show signs of disease and their behavior is especially erratic. You decide that you should defeat them rather than risk another dangerous encounter later. The rangers back at the camp should be made aware of this threat. Just 5 of them? Cool. What do we need to do with this standing sword? Did the sword fall from Raneleg's hand as he was borne aloft? Ah, that was it? Okay. Let us finish scouting then to the north, and then we'll go back to the south. I knew it.
In the distant depths of time, before us, before Mordor, memory whispers of her first poisons, concocted in service to Sauron, laying low rivals and foes.
I think we've already found, what, 5 pages? Yeah. So that's very good progress, I would say. From here, the path leads into Doramarth and the ruins of Baradur. Yeah, anything else? Bloodstained page. Yes, I knew it. 6th one. Awesome.
Their towers taken, their watch weakened. Gondor lowered its blade from Mordor's neck and crouched cravenly behind its shield. All this from Lyrith's great plague.
Ah, another one even. 7. Okay, almost half.
The hateful men of Gondor were thinned and driven from their walls and towers. All that they left, Moonfort and River Palace, the Dark Lord took.
I wasn't expecting that, to be honest. Just by sticking to the road, you find half your pages. That's a lot. This is now technically Doramarth, so yeah, I don't think there are more pages around this place. But take a look, that's half. That's basically half. That's great. Orc Slayer of Agarnaith, how many? 80. Not too bad. There is no path in this direction, but it seems dry enough to continue. Oh, what's this? A troll. While scouting the wilds of Agarnaith, you stumble upon a deceased troll. You decide that it is for the best to prevent this dangerous beast from harming others before continuing your saggy journey through Thorn and Thicket. The Lamberil troll is defeated, but you are alarmed to find dangerous creatures becoming even more threatening upon contracting this mysterious disease. You have a feeling further horrors await you deeper in Agarnaith. Another defensive one? Why? Give me an offensive cloak. Jeez. Who's attacking now? Stupid rat. There are supposedly more orcs. Or there should be. But I don't see any. Let us find Arodrog. What happened to Arodrog? Oh. Arodrog's body lies in the muck. Arodrog has succumbed to his wounds. He is dead. Yeah, I didn't think he had much chances after receiving a wound in this place. Still, poor Arodrog.
I cannot stay here! We have to go back to the gate!
Jeez, calm down! I am not surprised to hear that Arodrog was dead, for the creature that attacked him was a terrible rotten thing. I can still hear its awful cry echoing in my head. But what of Raneleg? You found his sword, but no sign of the man himself? You tell Linadar that the sword was stuck blade first in the mud, as if Raneleg dropped it from a height as he was carried aloft by some flying creature. Linadar's eyes are saucers, wide with horror. I cannot stay here, Beriathan. I cannot abide this swamp for a single moment longer. I did not think myself a coward, but who could remain in this land and keep his wits? Let the shame follow me back to Gondor, I care not. At the least I will keep my life. Please, help me back to the gate, Beriathan. I cannot bear to go alone. Linadar is so shaken you're going to see him safely out of Mordor. With that, we need to go back to Mithrandir, but... let us finish scouting this area first. The last scouting location for the Rangers. An Uruk fort guards the path deeper into Agarnaith. Alright, back to the Rangers it is. Let us use the milestone. I seriously hope you didn't breathe in any of those spores. How was I to know it would explode like that? It's just a mushroom. I'm sure I'll be fine. You should take something, just to be safe. Wait, our medicines appear to be missing. All the food is gone as well. Someone sacked our camp.
More complications? Though I did not expect an expedition into Mordor to be simple.
Tell me what you saw while scouting. You explained to Faeron that the foliage quickly grows dense as you move north, that the animals are diseased and feral, and that an Uruk fort guards the only clear path deeper into Agarnaith. That matches what we have seen as well. Also, the plant life is trying to kill us. He eagerly nods towards Rhadrog. This place reminds me much of Agamaur, but far more alien and deadly. We must tread carefully. Were you in Agamar, Faeron? I can't remember. But I don't remember seeing you there.
Something must have been watching us and stole our supplies while we were gone.
Alright, now we need to investigate the issue of the stolen supplies, but we have run out of time for today, so join me next time and we'll continue helping the Rangers in Agarnaith. For the time being, this has been all on today's episode of Citadel Guard Adventures, so thank you so much for watching, I hope you enjoyed, and I hope to see you on the next one. Until then, my friends, stay safe, take care, good luck to you all, and I will see you later.